Alright, what's up, guys? Little GT3 race at Silverstone this week. Weather's a little bit cooler than default, but it's still definitely on the hotter side. We're going to do a little qualifying run here. Actually did make a little qualifying setup. Didn't really spend a whole bunch of time on it, but basically just took all the wing out of it and called it a qualifying setup. Made the rear sway bar. Made the rear sway bar click softer just to soften up the roll stiffness of the rear to give that rear end just a little bit more grip, a little bit more bite. Make up for the loss of wing, but you can usually get away with not using wing for qualifying runs because the GT3 cars just have such good grip. It's when the tires go away is when you start to need the wing. What's up, Sprint King? Thank you, sir. What's up, Tisdale? How you guys doing? I think when I made the qualifying setup, I made it in a little bit cooler weather too, so it's a little bit greasier in the rear end in a couple of corners. I remember it being. Number 6 car, so looks like we'll definitely have some good competition in this race. Alright, see if we can put down some good laps here. I won't get mad at you if you fall asleep. Yeah, I used to not like Silverstone either, but it's starting to grow on me. I think I just never liked it because it was such a flat track, but over the years it's grown on me.
Round of pit this time, pit this time.
Ah! I threw that entire lap away in that one hairpin. I was just thinking, well, pretty good lap, but threw it away. Would have ran probably a 39.8. Maybe would have picked up another position. Alright. It felt a little sketchy, to be honest. I wasn't quite as comfortable as I'd like to be, but it is a... no, never was considering the TS500, Tisdale. Always been into the Fanatec stuff. Alright, let's put some race fuel in it. Then races. I think I'm just gonna put in like a, because it takes like 0.65 gallons per lap. I think I only have to put in 3.2 gallons, but I'm gonna put in 4.5 just to be really safe with the first lap. Yeah, because I had the CSR before this, not the Elite, but the regular CSR, and that's basically the same wheel as the GT2. And it's just night and day when I got the V2. I think the V2 is awesome. I think for the money, what you get out of it, it's a really good wheel. I'm probably going to use it for about 2 years, and then we'll go to direct drive. I'm just going to wait for people to start making more like direct drive kits so I can just buy a whole kit, because I don't feel like putting it together. I like putting stuff together, but I know me, and it'll probably take a lot longer than it should. And it'll look ghetto. So, see, 20 liters is like 5. I don't need that much. Because 20 liters is like 5.4 gallons. I just don't use that much fuel. I have a feeling I'm going to have about a lap and a half. Yeah, it's a huge difference between those two wheels. I have a feeling I'm going to use or have a lap and a half extra fuel.
1 to go this time by.
Alright. It's been about a week since I've been racing. So we'll put in 4.6 because I think I only need 3.2, but just don't want to run out in the first race of the week. Again, my goal is just to finish this race, not get caught up in people's race, and I got a lot of safety rating to make up for after Spa. I got 102 incidents in about 3 hours because I'm just tired of Spa. And I wasn't going to wreck my car because I had to, jerk on the wheel to not get a 1X where you shouldn't get a 1X. So I just went with the 100 incidents in 3 hours. Brought me from like a 1.5A to like a 1.5B. Thanks, Sider. Good luck to yourself, bud. Stay out of trouble, man. Keep that head on a swivel. So that's Dino. I just said good luck, and the number 13 car is starting 16th. We're starting 6th. I'm cool with that. Rather start on the inside, but just have to deal.
cars behind at 7.
You're welcome, D-Wolf. Thanks for giving some feedback and saying hi. I just like to push the clutch in here and save as much fuel as possible. Because in iRacing, the fuel mileage is completely based off your throttle position. Which isn't exactly realistic. Oh yeah, Fords have taken over. This season, the Ford's the fast car. Only track it really didn't do good at was Lime Rock so far this season because it's just such a tight, windy track. But you give these cars any straightaways and the faster sweeper type corners like we got here, and they're just in their element. I'd be driving it, but I just don't like the way the Ford communicates, like the hey, what's up, Cash? Like the Rough does. I think the Rough just does one of the best jobs in iRacing of communicating what the car's doing through the wheel. Well, we're the number 6 car, starting in 6th place. And I just really want to stay out of trouble, finish the race, get a good result, hopefully go for a top 5. I'd be happy with the top 5. If I didn't get a top 5, I'd be a little disappointed, but I'm not gonna make me drive harder than I should or anything like that. I have the Martin Solari behind me. He's in a Beamer, which is kind of impressive on this track. Double check fuel, yeah. Double check tires, yeah. I just hate running out of fuel. Alright, time to go racing.
Get that thing cleaned out.
Gotta get caught up here.
Pace car's off. You ready? Green flag. One on the right side, and clear.
Alright, happy with that start.
Keep going. Left side.
Yeah, see what kind of damage we got. I have a feeling it's not too bad. Looks like somebody made a pretty big mistake there. Definitely have a very wrinkled left front fender, so I'm not exactly pushing crazy hard right now because I have no idea what kind of car I got. It feels alright. I'm just gonna start driving like it's okay. See what position we're in here. Not quite sure what we lost. I mean, just thankfully the car's not insanely beat up right now.
50.08.
Probably damaged a little bit on straight line. We're in 7th place. Alright, you know, for what just happened, we got out pretty lucky. Just try and refocus. I have a feeling a couple guys are gonna pull away for me in first couple laps, but then I think I'll be better on my tires than they'll be, so hopefully I'll be able to catch up later on in the race.
0.2.
Just worried about this left front getting too hot with not having downforce on that front end. I don't know if I'm worrying about something I shouldn't worry about, or it'll actually be a problem, but definitely very lucky that it's not completely realistic and I don't have a busted radiator, because I would if it was completely realistic, and B, it didn't jack up my suspension. Seems like it's all body damage.
Left side. Still there. 40.35. You're clear.
Alright, right back where we started now. See if we can catch these other guys. Do you feel like everybody else in front of me's got more pace than I have right now, though? I think it'll be hard to catch them. 4.3 behind Marcel this lap. We'll start paying attention to that.
40.39.
Yeah, I believe that, Tomoso. It's just once you get out there, there's nothing really you can do, and then the track kind of cuts back in front of you, so we'll look at it after the race, but sounds about right. Oh, geez, we're a lot slower. He gained 4/10 on me that lap, so we're pretty much just gonna try and hold our position now. Car's definitely down on speed. Yeah, man, he stretched out 0.7 of a second on me that lap. And my lap was 0.2 faster that time too.
40.15.
And now I'm noticing the Ford behind me, he's kind of overdriving all the corners, so he's cooking his front tires right now, and I hope he holds up those other two Fords behind him enough where I can just stay in front and I don't have to do too much defending. Ford in front of me made a big mistake. That lap, gap's down to 3.5. He probably just spun out in the hairpin or something like that. See how that Ford keeps catching me on entry to corner, but then I'll pull back away on exit. He's just driving real hard into the corners. That's alright, Nathan. What happened? You got in the grass, couldn't stop it? Thinking, luckily it's just aero damage. It's slowing me down a little bit, but it's not suspension. Yeah, I would imagine it's only a matter of time before Adam's front tires really fall off. Just really hope those guys race the whole race so I can get away from them.
40.36.
And that Ford in front of me did pull away by another 6/10 that lap, so he just must have spun. Much kept the gap to Marcel that lap. I wonder if he does have a little damage or if he's just off his rhythm. Something's up. I have a suspicion he's just off his rhythm right now. Yeah, it kept even with the Ford again that lap. Now we're running the same pace. Talking about the blue Ford in front of me. little bit of a wiggle from Adam there behind me that time. About 11 laps into the race now. Almost halfway. Another lap will be halfway. Tied with my best lap right now. Oh, 2/10 up on my best lap right now. The car, for what it's worth, starting to come alive. Like that Ford in front of me did pick up a little bit more pace. Pulled away by about half a second since last time I checked. Doesn't seem to quite have the same pace he did earlier, but he's still got more pace than me. Hopefully I just keep racing my race and eventually Adam's tires give up on him. That's what I'm hoping right now. Going as fast as I can with being as smooth as I can right now. Got about 6 laps to old pit, 6 or 5, somewhere around there. I think we might be breaking Adam here. I'm not quite sure yet. You guys got some resilience. definitely our biggest gap we've had on them. The blue Ford in front of me is still pulling away.
0.26.
Gained another 10th on him that lap. It's not much, but as long as you're continually pulling away, it's kind of like a mental victory. Takes away their motivation. You can just kind of keep taking time. When you keep giving them a little bit of time, then that gives them something to hold on to and gives them motivation to keep doing the best they can. As messed up as it sounds, you just want to break it, dude. Until he thinks it's not possible. Kind of like I am with the Ford in front of me. I realize it's not possible to catch him, so I'm just going to focus on racing my race. But in the same time, that can actually work out for you if you're really good at focusing on racing your own race and hitting your marks and not overdriving the car. You can actually become faster. About 3 laps till we pit. Again, with pit stops, you know, as the race isn't over, I can mess up my pit stop, or the Ford in front of me can mess up his pit stop, and then we could have a pretty good race, so we'll see what happens.
0.13.
Not too long until we figure out what happens after the pit stop. So we've definitely broken Adam. He's not with us anymore. Now he's got to worry about George, so perfect situation for us. Now we can just focus on our racing with a little less distraction from behind.
Hey man, bring her on a pit this time, buddy. Bring her on a pit this time.
No, I won't do any repairs. I mean, it'll do a little repair when in for the stop, but I'm not gonna as I'm getting the fuel. But nah, it's not worth it because the car, I mean, has good enough pace to hold this position. I'd lose too many positions if I took any or made any repairs. Pit stops are starting. Car's still got really good pace for the damage it has. I mean, I'm even with my best lap right now. Tires feel good because I've been taking it easy on them, not overdriving. Do one more lap and then we'll pit. Yeah, I like the pace, only a 10th off my best lap.
40.13. Shit, man, make them eyes pop out. Let's go.
Alright, pit this lap. Ooh, looks like George got around Adam behind us. New development.
Leader pit road.
I don't think he's close enough to challenge at all. Unless he's got like first place pace. I don't know though, George seemed kind of fast those last couple corners. Not gonna be surprised if he has more speed than me. Yeah, man, it looks like Claude had either a really good stop or a really bad stop. Can't tell. I think he had a bad stop. Perfect world, those two cars up in front of me wreck, I get both positions. Yay! Yeah, Chad's got a little attitude. It's alright though. He's a good crew chief. I actually think George and I have the same pace. We got like 4 laps left. Saying I got enough fuel for 6, so it looks like I was just about right on my predictions on how much extra fuel I'd have, but rather be safe than sorry. We'll cut it a little bit closer on fuel next time. Yeah, George is a little bit faster than me. He's catching me. So I don't know if he has enough time. We're starting to get a little slippery, but as long as we pay attention to it, we should be alright. Yeah, I'll be fine. Just gotta hit all my marks.
40.3.
We got about 2 laps left, something like that. I get the white flag next time by. Yeah, for sure. I guess it's just a good example of how to make the most out of a bad situation, get your focus back, and don't throw the whole race away. First, we must finish. Alright, show me that white flag. We got 2 more to go. 2 more.
40.24.
Looks like Claude finally got past the blue Ford. Alright, it's going to be an interesting last lap. Ooh, just got another position. On the edge right there. No, it doesn't look like it at all, but smallest of power slides all the way through that corner. There's no way he's gonna get past me unless I make a mistake. His one chance was that turn right after the bridge. He wanted it, but luckily he didn't dive on me. Woo! Almost out of time.
I'll get you, I'll get you. Nice win, guys. Nice win.
Congratulations, podium. Yeah, good push there at the end, bud. Good job taking care of your tires.
Great job, bud.
Yeah, I was so stupid that I sped in pit. So sad I got wrecked, involved in a wreck at the beginning of the race.
Let's see. We have a gallon extra fuel. I took 4.8. So we can take 4.2 next time, which is exactly what I was going to take. So we'll just write that down, old memory breaks. Yeah, good racing, bud. Alright, let's see what happened on the first lap there. Actually, let's look at the tires
what's
first.
cool to race,
Let's see what we got. Look at those, kind of will cool down, but those are still really good temps. You just gotta take it easy on the car. You overdrive the car, you're gonna kick your tires. You don't, you'll be alright. Let's see what happened on that first lap. Oh, he just... Oh, jeez. I'm guessing that car doesn't have triple screens. And you see 2-car here, he just... It all stems from him not wanting to run into this guy. So... He just didn't get to slip in behind in time. And so then that shot him offline. Was never going to make the corner. At this point, I'm hoping I can take advantage. I was just going to follow these 2 guys past him. But yeah, he's along for the ride right now. And then he's turning in early, and bam. Jacked. 3-car definitely got the worst of it. Let's see what our damage was like. Thanks, Riser. Thanks, Cash. Thanks, Tisdale. I don't. I don't ever use that setups note page. Probably should, but I don't. Let's just look and see what kind of damage we were dealing with here. Thanks, son. Well, we got lucky. We got lucky. Oh, yeah. Well, luckily but if this is actually realistic, that's exactly where the radiators are for Porsches, so they would have ended our race. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that body damage would have cut the tire. One day we'll get there. But yeah, that... Actually, let's see what the left front tire... I mean, it has more wear anyways. It's hard to tell how much more of that was more than normal without having that little bit of downforce. But this car already doesn't have a lot of downforce on the front of it, so... Tough rough. Tough rough. Look at that green stripe on the helmet. That just looks weird. Got my B license, because it's spa. Alright, guys. Well. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm real lucky that didn't mess up the suspension on that front left. Nope, we got that top 5, and that's what I wanted. One other dude must have just lost focus. Like I always say, those last couple laps, when you're not racing anybody, you really got to focus those laps. But, alright guys, I will see you later. No more racing today. Nah, but I'll be doing racing tomorrow. Alright guys, take it easy.